Raise your hand if you've ever been ridiculed, discouraged, or forbidden by a family member to pursue something that doesn't make any money.
Hello, artists. Hello, actors.
Now raise your hand if you're a parent who has told your child to not pursue something that's not gonna give them financial stability.
Well, hello, moms. Hello, dads.
Maybe both of you should sit down and bond, maybe watch a K-drama. Oh, hey, you can watch Record of Youth together. It may or may not discuss your issues with each other.
So do it!
Who knows, you might end up understanding each other. Tara, join me on a crazy K-drama adventure as I review the hottest shows from the past and the present. Annyeonghaseyo, my name is Reb, and this is K-drama REBview. Warning, spoilers for early episodes ahead. Don't worry, I won't tell you how it ends. If you want to see my rating, skip to this timestamp. If you're like me, shut indoors, working from home, fantasizing about life 67 years ago before COVID-19 started, and binge watching K-drama to the point that the neighbor's annoying rooster gagawin kitang fried chicken. Tells you that it's 5 a.m. and you should probably stop watching, then you've probably seen Record of Youth being recommended to you on Netflix. In South Korea, this series currently has the second highest rated premiere among the dramas released in 2020. Led by the young powerhouse tandem of Park Bo-gum and Park So-dam, this show can't help but create a lot of buzz. But what are the reasons that you should watch? Let's break it down! Record of Youth tells the story of Sa Hye-jun, a semi-successful model trying to make it as an actor. He works different part-time jobs to get by. He wants to make it big the right way without stepping on other people in an industry that's infamous for stepping on other people. It also tells the story of An Jong-ha, a talented makeup artist / YouTuber trying to set herself up for success in her own industry. Her struggle? Being pressured by her superiors not to excel so they won't be overshadowed. Inggitan, basically. She's also Sa Hye-jun's #1 fangirl. Lastly, there's Won Hae-yo, Hye-jun's best friend who is less talented but way more successful thanks to his momager. Wait, no, not that one. There, that's the right one. Heyo enjoys getting the limelight but also questions if his achievements are his or his mother's. The obstacles? Politics, hierarchy based on age, and dreamers being told they can't make it because it's not worth doing something that doesn't make money. It's a story of millennials trying to navigate the world built by the generations that came before them. How do these 26-year-old kids,
oh my god, am I calling them kids now?
find their place when their idealism is challenged by the world's harsh realities? Millennials are often described as the generation that doesn't want to conform with the norm. They don't want to work a 9-to-5 job,
Musician?
lacks personal drive,
Kabata ka! Wala ka na ba talagang plano sa buhay mo?
married to technology,
Kaka-computer mo yan.
and doesn't see getting married before 30 an urgent life goal.
O kailan mo plano mag-asawa?
One of the issues this series highlights is the push and pull between the young and the old within families. Hye-jun's family is a mixed bag. In his corner are his grandfather Sa Min-gi, a kind-hearted, open-minded man in his 70s who also tried to make it as an actor but ended up unsuccessful and losing everything in scams. And his mother, Han A-suk, a woman currently trying to make ends meet by being a maid in her son's best friend's house. In the don't do this and be practical corner are his father, Sa Yong-nam, a rigid man who has done nothing but hard labor in his life and firmly believes that stability should be everyone's main focus. And his older brother, Sa Gyong-jun, the brains of the family, who thinks along the same lines as his father. To his realist family members, wanting to be a successful actor is a pipe dream. To Hye-jun, it's all he's ever wanted. Jongha's family is a little different. Her father is the artist with a pipe dream, while her mom is the realist who struggles to make ends meet. She is forced by her mother to understand the harsh realities of the world at a very young age, which makes her more practical. But it doesn't mean she doesn't have a dream. She's just more grounded. Won Hae-yo has the most ideal setup. Successful parents, connections, and money. He also has his struggles with his self-image and self-worth, but admittedly, it's hard to empathize with him. At least for me. I don't know about you. Like everyone who's ever had a job, they also have to deal with politics in the workplace. The character who wins the Please Punch Me in the Face 30 Times a Day award is definitely this guy. Lee Tae-soo. He scores a solid 8 out of 10 in the K-drama scale of facial punchiness. And it's because he represents the ruthless side of Korean show business, or anywhere show business. Hyejun leaves him because he refuses to pay his talents. Let's just say that one hurts on a personal level. Show me the money! He undermines the other talents who don't work for him. He spreads false rumors, belittles other agents. He's everything ugly about show business. For Jongha, it's this annoying lady named Jinju. She's the embodiment of workplace insecurity and bullying. Why are you so mean? You're supposed to be fired under normal circumstances. Oh, you don't work here anymore. Jinju, get the memo? For Heyo, nah, not much. It's really just him trying to overcome his overbearing mother. Hyejun and Jongha eventually meet and kilig moments ensue, and there are a lot. I caught myself grinning in most scenes. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil anything, as I promised. But I'm gonna give you a keyword. Library. That's really just because I wanted to show you that I got to go there. As the two characters who hustle the most, you can't help but root for both of them. This is when the show talks about growing up and being in a relationship. Love changes as we get older as human beings. Love changes meaning with the time and circumstances. Cancel culture is also discussed in the series. But as the story progresses, you can't help but feel that some episodes are a bit too long. There are moments when you feel like the point has already been hammered home and we're still talking about it. This is where I think the 16 episode, 70 to 80 minutes per episode format works towards its disadvantage. The main conflicts can be solved by one big action from each character. Hyejun needs to patch things up with his dad, with whom he can't see eye to eye. By the way, buckle up if you have daddy issues. This show should come with a trigger warning. Heyo needs to be his own man and tell his mom to back off and let him live his life. Jongha needs to take a big risk to make it on her own. And she also needs to figure out how to make a relationship work with Hyejun. In terms of writing, I think Heyo's character is probably the thinnest, or the weakest, or the most problematic. He also eventually ends up liking his best friend's girl, because of course he does, because you can't spell K-drama without love triangle. Never mind. He doesn't seem to make any decisions until the very end. Empathizing with him is harder compared to the other two lead characters because of his indecisiveness and his money. He also isn't taken to any particular extreme outside of his relationship with his mother. The fact that he's in the poster makes you think that, okay, this guy is a lead character. But the way he was written kind of makes you think that maybe he's better off as a support. I ended up empathizing with their other friend, Jin-woo, even more. There are moments when you're not sure if Hyejun and Jongha are still the main focus of the show. I mean, I know it shouldn't always be about the love story, and there are other issues that the show is trying to discuss, and some of the best dramas are like that. It's just that sometimes you can't help but feel that it's trying to tell one story too many. Still, it's a good story with issues that speak to people like me. Millennial. I'm the show's target market, and it worked. I've experienced most, if not all of these issues, and some of them on a very personal level. Look at me. I'm making a video about it. It had an impact on me, so it's still stream-worthy. I also hope that members of the older generation that get to watch this series understand millennials just a bit more through the show. God doesn't play favorites, says your best friend who's lying to make you feel better. Then you see Park Bo-gum. You sure? He makes you reconsider your friendship. He makes you reconsider your life. He makes you reconsider moving to Korea. What is it about his eyes? Why does he make you feel safe?
Why does it look like he's promising to make you happy? Like he wants to spoil you? He promised to ask you out. He will propose under the stars, under the northern lights. You will have a family together. A beautiful family with your kids having his eyes that sparkle like diamonds.
Sorry, we seem to be having technical difficulties.
The king of Titig stares his way into the chaotic world of show business as fashion model turned actor Sah Ye-jun. Armed with his sharp jawline, an undercut, and a can-do attitude, he will stop at nothing to achieve his dream of superstardom. Park Bo-gum delivers a charming performance that can produce voices from out of nowhere. Park So-dam as An Jong-ha is my crush. Ding dong! That's all. I grin whenever she's on. I gush whenever she does something adorable. She frowns, I'm concerned. She breathes, I'm happy. There are also some moments when her underacting shines. A simple breath, a simple beat, a simple nod. All she has is a second and she makes the most out of it. I mean, what can you expect from the girl who was able to make you repeat this even if you don't necessarily understand the language? Byeon Woo-sok as Won Hae-yo, not gonna do it again, was okay. I don't think it's his fault that I felt a bit of indifference towards his character. I think it's the writing. His scenes with his friends are fun to watch though. What viewers can easily recognize when they watch a lot of K-dramas is that this series is dialed all the way down. Scenes that would usually be played to the highest intensity are quiet. Nobody needs to scream. Nobody needs to bawl. At least for the two lead actors. Their scenes are very intimate and personal and real. They are grounded performances, especially in the world of K-drama. Han Jin-hee as the encouraging grandfather, it's so touching. He reminds me of my grandfathers, and that's why I have such a soft spot for him. Filled with nothing but love, reverence, and support for his grandson, it's very easy to fall in love with his character. His determination to redeem himself in his 70s is also one of the show's most hopeful messages. Ha Hee-ra as Hye-jun's mother also has some of the most heartwarming moments in the show. Their relationship reminds me of my relationship with my mom. Oh my god, the trigger warnings of the show. The way she is able to both exude humility and dignity is what makes mothers the best creatures on earth. Her inner monologue scenes with Hae-hyo's mother, who also happens to be her boss, are some of the show's funniest moments. Park Soo-young as Hye-jun's father also breaks your heart on a different level. His outlook on life is based on his internal pain as a man who has always been a breadwinner to make up for his father's mistakes. He comes from such a rough place, but you can't help but empathize. You understand why he would feel that way.
I'm telling you, this show needs a trigger warning, man.
In terms of crowd favorite, the best performance would probably be Shin Dong-mi as Jampong enthusiast and eventual CEO of Jampong Entertainment, Lee Min-jae. Her turn as Hye-jun's neurotic but enthusiastic manager is definitely Record of Youth's show-stealing performance. As usual, the actors were all great. K-drama really just has a high standard. Shot composition is king in this series. One moment I particularly enjoyed is the scene transition from Hye-jun getting advice from her co-star because he screwed up on set to the actual scene where he nails the take. This shot of them in the rain positioned in two different backgrounds, mwah, so lovely. And the most meaningful shot is probably this scene where Hye-jun is framed in a box while Jong-ha is free. It's a good representation of where they are based on the decisions they've made so far. Also, hello product placements, hello Subway, hello BMW, hello Krispy Kreme. For a show full of fit models, they sure do eat a lot of donuts. Must be God's amazing grace. Or God's amazing glaze. One tiny gripe I have with K-dramas is that nobody finishes their food and drinks. This series must have set a record for that. I know it's tiny, but it makes me sad. Just give it to me. Have you seen Record of Youth? Rate the show using my K-drama REBview rating system. 5 out of 5 is Itaewon class of its own, 4 out of 5 is nakakaloke, 3 out of 5 is K naman, 2 out of 5 is K lang, and 1 out of 5 is K wag na. The performances are good. Nothing too exceptional, but nothing bad either. The electric on-screen chemistry between Park So-dam and Park Bo-gum makes you come back for more. If there's a department that may be a little lacking, it's definitely the story. Some characters are stuck in limbo for a bit too long, and then all of a sudden towards the end, they're shoved to their ending positions. Sometimes it feels like it's trying to tell one too many stories with without the others being completely addressed. However, the lessons on family values, integrity, relationships, and maturity told in the backdrop of the ruthless world of Korean show business makes it a series worth watching. Record of Youth succeeds in telling the story of millennials trying to adjust to the world. It shows our vibrant 20s filled with all the firsts. First love, first mistake, first time getting fired, first huge fight, first big decision, first breakdown, first breakthrough, first big break. It's a reminder of how our youth is the perfect time to use our energy to chase our dreams and find out who we are in this world that has set expectations of us. Our youth is what we use to prepare for the road ahead. Our 30s. Or, as Hyejun describes it, the age where you can't blame anybody else for your mistakes anymore. And if we do fail or if we take a wrong turn, Hyejun's grandfather reminds us that we can keep trying even if we think our best days are behind us. Record of Youth gets a 3 out of 5. Okay naman. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please check out our other videos as well and make sure you leave them a like and please give us a subscribe as well. Share it to your friends. I'm sure there's more than one K-drama addict in your family. Thank you for watching episode 2 of K-drama REBview. This has been Reb saying, anong drama mo? Annyeong!